Chris Chinnock here for Display Daily. I'm in the Christie booth. It's ITSEC 2015. We're looking at their high frame rate demo. Christie's actually been the pioneer in showing off the benefits of high frame rate in the simulation world. They started doing this in 2009 and have a few customers, and have actually announced their first commercial customer, first public customer anyway, which is Gulfstream. And they announced this actually not officially at the show, but that's now been released. The Gulfstream apparently saw a demo of this in the flight safety booth last year, and apparently wanted it so much that they bought the system. So what we're looking at here is on the right side here is your standard 60 frame per second video. In the middle is the 120 frame per second solution, and on the left is what they're showing is called AccuFrame Pro. So there are several levels of solutions that you can offer. Christie has you can have a 60 hertz solution, and with a 120 frame solution, you basically have to have two pipelines, two channels going into the projector to create that 120 hertz image. They also have AccuFrame, which is Christie's version of a black frame insertion. And now what's new at the show this year is what they call this AccuFrame Pro. It's kind of a combination of 60 hertz input with the kind of a modified black frame. And modified means that you're able to do algorithms at the pixel level that can that can allow you to have full brightness and full blackness, but with 120 frames per second. So that's kind of a clever way of basically using different algorithms to derive the DMD chip to get the kind of the benefits of both 120 hertz, but having a 60 hertz input. Well, there's not a very good lot of footage here to show right now the benefits of this, but when you look at the right side, you can clearly see motion blur as objects go by. In the center, that's very greatly reduced. In most cases, you don't see any. And when you compare it to what's on the left side, the AccuFrame Pro, it's essentially very equivalent to the 120 hertz. Now, with plain AccuFrame, the black frame insertion, you get the benefits of that smear reduction, but you lose brightness, perhaps up to 50% of the brightness, which is a trade-off a lot of customers don't want to do. So having the AccuFrame Pro basically eliminates those trade-offs. So it's a very very clever solution, and I think they're going to find a lot of customers very interested in this. That's the story from the Christie stand here. ITSEC 2015. Chris Chinnock for Display Daily.